Does anybody use the recording at all? Have those been helpful to anyone? It's okay if not. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just kind of curious if anyone has used that, and they'll be around for the rest of the course. So I'm just going to get a few steps in here while everybody gets ready. And let's do some deep breaths. So I think you can continue walking, but if you want to pause too, that's fine. So big breath in and out. In and one more. Good. I'm going to move my chair out just a little bit. Those deep breaths are healing. Okay, if you want, bring those knees up a little bit higher. And we can add the arm movements in too. Get a whole body warm up going. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We're already to Wednesday. Can't believe it. It's going fast. Trying to think of what I even did. I feel like once the weekend's over, it just like totally evaporates from my brain. Good. If you want to add a twist, you can do that.
There's a lot of cool research out about mom brain and brain while you're breastfeeding and pregnant, and it's an actual thing. Like there's actual
It's
evidence, just
so,
the crazy
yes,
brain that you feel
it's
sometimes.
such a thing. Let's do one more here. Now, my question is, we're going to go on to this one. How long do I get to claim it, right? So I'm 3 years out. Can I
There
still?
was there was a couple studies that actually gave a time frame. I can't remember what they said, but I think it's a lot of years.
I mean, I feel like it's still there a little bit.
Sure.
I think too, when you have, no matter how many children you have, there's so many things to think about in every phase, whether they're small or big. So we just carry a lot. So it's
And
good.
your
Go ahead.
I was just to say, I feel like your routine has to constantly change. Like you can never really, or once you get set in something, it's like, oh, it's a new season or a new sport, or then it's a new like phase of newborn versus toddler, which all goes really fast
Yeah,
too.
it's right. Always changing. We're very adaptable, right? Couple more here. All right, next thing we're going to go to the backwards lunge. You can grab that chair or up against the wall if you want some extra support. And then if you want to add the twist, please do. And keep breathing. So just thinking about, kind of our topic of nutrition this week. As you move into that second and third trimester, the calorie requirements just go up a little bit. I'm sure your healthcare providers talk to you about that. So about 300 extra calories in the second semester and 350 in the third. And then if you're breastfeeding, those extra calorie requirements of about 350 to 500. And so just making sure you've got those good nourishing foods, eating a well-balanced diet, lots of whole grains, fruits and vegetables, dairy, all the things to make sure your body's getting the nutrients it needs for all of those many things that we're doing. And our brains too. It's feeding our brains as well. Let's do a couple more. One more on this side, and then we'll do one more on the other leg and up. Okay, so onto our squats. Here we go. We're going to squat down and up. Getting good sources of protein. Protein helps to, it's like the building block of our muscles. So as we work out, it's going to help to support those, help with recovery. We need healthy fats. I love avocado and like nut butter. So trying to get a little bit of everything. Make sure we're feeling our best so we can fulfill those caregiver roles or the baby growing role. Keep breathing.
MU Extension has a podcast that is called Truth or Trend, and it's kind of a fun, short one. There are a few episodes that have nutrition related content that if you're interested in looking
That's
into.
great. Great. I like that podcast. That's a nice one. Good idea, Kels. Truth or trend. Let's go. Modified jumping jacks. Or if you're feeling the energy, you can go full out. It's up to you. Great. I was always the one who like would eat lots of small meals throughout the day, kind of like always eating a little bit. But sometimes you have to be because you get your food and then it's like, oh, I got to change the diaper, something like that. Let's do 3 deep breaths. Here we go. One thing I always like to have around after baby were protein balls. So like oatmeal, peanut butter, honey, maybe some chocolate chips. Sometimes I do protein powder for myself, just an easy grab and go, really some whole grains and some carbohydrates to help me stay full and nourished and help with that breast milk production, all those things. So that's something I tried. I can send out the recipe I use. I'll try to remember to do that in our next email. So we are ready. Hopefully you're feeling warm. I can tell I'm already out of breath. I'm going to grab a quick drink before we move into our first block today. Okay, first block. As we've been doing, we have our deadlifts are the first move. Second move, we have our rows to kickbacks, and then we grab that slider and we're going out to the side. Okay, so grab the weights that you'd like to use for deadlifts, and we're going to get going. It's a big jump today into that 45 seconds. So just have grace with yourself. It takes a little trial and error to get the pace down, maybe the weights you want to use. And so just play with that as we go. And Kelsey, I don't know if you're talking, but you are muted.
Sorry. Had my mouse on it. Alrighty, and begin.
Here we go. First set of deadlifts. This is one of my favorite lower body exercises. I like that. I just feel that in my glutes and hamstrings. Pressing up through the heels as we stand. Find your
Remember,
rhythm.
look at those a little bit in front of your toes as you go down. Yeah.
I'm so bad about looking in the right places. I find myself looking all around when I exercise. So those cues are really helpful for me too.
And stop.
Woo! Okay. Feel the burn. You got a little idea of what that time feels like. Let's switch to upper body. We've got the rows to the kickbacks. I think that weight's too high. I'm going to switch to a lighter one for this round.
Ready. Row with that kickback. And begin.
All right. Squeeze on the row. Hold for that split second on the kickback. If you feel like you're really having to move your upper body, your weights are probably too high. We're trying to use other muscles to get that weight up. So if you need to adjust, please do.
You're at 30 seconds.
Almost there. Keep going. Don't let those shoulders raise up towards your ears. Try to keep those.
And stop.
Nice. Okay, on to the slider. Grab your chair or support if you need it, and your slider, of course. Out to the side.
Alrighty. Slider for 45 and begin.
Really pressing down, you know the drill, into the floor or into your slider. I was thinking back to the nutrition thing we were talking about. I know when I was nursing, I was just so hungry, quite a bit of the time. And so those fruits and vegetables really have a lot of volume mixed with your lean proteins and healthy fats. Gonna help you feed that hunger that's hard to satisfy. We need lots of water too.
3, 2, 1. Stop.
Whew. On to the other side. Shake it out if you need to pedal those legs, dance it out.
Very good. Alrighty. Think we're ready for the other side. Take a deep breath and begin.
Other leg. Yes. So with the extra time, remember to check in with that talk test. Make sure your heart rate is at the spot, that mild to moderate. We can talk. We might be able to sing. Great job, everyone.
10 seconds left. You got it. 2,
Almost there.
1. Stop.
Yes. Nice job. Take a little break, grab a drink. We're going to do that again. Are you feeling that change in time? I kind of noticed that. Sometimes on some exercises more than others.
Yes.
So second set, make any adjustments to your weight that you might need.
Alrighty. And begin.
There we go. Think about engaging your core. Protect your lower back. Want to feel this in our legs. If you're feeling it a lot in your lower back, maybe not going down quite so far. Keeping that core engaged.
Pull those shoulders back.
Those shoulders, they like to do their own thing. You got to keep them in check. Keep breathing.
Five, 2, 1.
Nice. Okay. Those are done for the day. Let's check something else off. Going into the rows with the kickbacks.
Really squeeze those elbows in at your side like you have a newspaper underneath your armpits. Helps too. All right. And begin.
Oops, I about forgot what I was doing there for a second. Must be the day for me. I might need some, I don't know, a snack or something after this. My brain's like, what are you doing?
You said it was coffee time, maybe?
It's time for my afternoon cup of coffee. It's a small gift I give myself each day for working hard. I am a coffee lover. I don't know about you all. Now, when I was pregnant, it was not so much, but as
Right.
soon as I wasn't anymore,
And stop.
I was back to it.
Yeah, it tasted terrible. I remember.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Isn't that so? That stuff is interesting how our bodies go through all of that. Okay, back to the sliders.
Alrighty. And Olympics begin.
Yeah, think of your favorite I really like the ice skaters. I feel like this could kind of be like that.
I'm so sad that it's
Figure
over.
skaters. It's I know.
My kids actually did it around the house. They were speed
Oh,
skating around the house.
that's so
That was
cute.
we're at 30 seconds. Good job going at your own pace.
Ooh, feel the
3,
burn.
2, 1, stop.
Nice job. One more time on that other side. Shake it out. I always like to kind of roll my hips a little.
Okay, we'll move to the other side and go.
Our coffee talk makes me wonder if you all have had cravings of any kind or foods that you're really into or really not into through your pregnancies. Mine were different with each one a little
Mm.
bit. Peanut butter was a big one of mine. Like obsessed.
Keaton was the salty, like Mott sticks, salt and
Mhm.
vinegar chips, and then Paisley
Oh,
was fruit and
nice.
yogurt.
Interesting. Yeah, that's different. I wonder if it's like a girl boy thing or what.
And stop.
Interestingly, my first child, I was really peanut butter was my food that I wanted all the time. And she does not like peanut butter at all. So I must have really overdone it for her in the womb.
Becca
Grab a
said
drink.
strawberries and cherries. Yes, mine was too, Becca, for the fruit. Uh-huh. The cherries are so good.
You know, the fiber. I love it. Cherries have a lot of fiber. That's awesome. Okay, so we're moving to block number 2. We got squats. We can hold a weight. We can hold baby, anything we want to do, or just our body weight. Remember, we talked about arms out as an option. And then we have hammer curl into that press. And then we're back to our sliders, going backwards like a backwards lunge. Okay. So grab anything you might want for the lunges. I'm trying to decide. I'm sorry, the squats. We're starting with squats. I'm gonna actually hold them down. Do the suitcase hold. Sometimes I like them up here. Lots of different ways.
All right. Ink. Almost ready. There we go. We'll do squats and begin.
All right, block 2. Here we come. So we've got that tilt forward, but we do want to try to keep our chest up, kind of just looking out in front of me. Pushing through those heels as you stand. Keep breathing. You got this. I love that exercise helps to build our confidence as we're in this phase of life. We need that confidence.
And stop.
Nice. All right, curls to the press. I'm not sure what weights to use. I'm going to try a little bit heavier. I might have to switch midway through. It's a new day. We'll just have to see.
Alrighty. And begin.
So I really like to do the kickstand stance. For this one, just helps me. I tend to arch my back as I push the weights up. If you find that you're doing that, this is a good way to kind of scoot back. Got one foot a little bit behind the other. Little bend in my knees. Breathe.
Good job. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Going to our sliders.
All right. Beloved sliders. And begin.
There we go. Push them down.
Great job.
Nice job out there.
We're helping strengthen those muscles around your knee as well with this one. So hopefully it'll help prevent knee pain and issues a little bit later too. Or if you have them now, hopefully it'll help alleviate some of that. And stop.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that 45 seconds felt longer than the other 45 seconds.
It was, I promise.
I believe you. It's okay.
All right, other side. Deep breath. And begin.
I wonder which slider move is all of your favorites. Do you like this one better or that side one? I have this little groove in my tile. It's not totally flat, so I have to find the right spot. We're getting there, everybody. Good work.
These look great. You look like you're doing them easier than the first day, so.
I love it. We're getting strong. We are strong.
And stop.
All right. First one down for block
God
number
dang,
2.
Melissa, if I went as deep as you, I'd never be able to get back up.
Oh, that's
I looked up, I
okay.
was like, holy cow, look how low she is.
Well, that's probably why I was like, how much time has passed? I probably was doing too big of a range of motion. Like, we got to be done by now. Grab a sip of water. And we got to go back to those squats. We get to go back to the squats. I mean, I was telling Kelsey, I was like, oh, I'm getting tired. I'm a little tired. This class is going to help me wake back up. And it has. I feel much more energetic than I did before. So thank you.
All right. Squats and begin.
All right, round 2 of our second block. Body's starting to get a little tired. So just listen to your body, whatever you need. At some point, you need to set down weights if you're holding them. That's totally fine. Check in with your breath. So close. Great job. Right,
3,
Kelsey, we're so close.
yeah, 2, 1, stop.
I'm just teasing. All right, back to the curls. I'm adjusting down just a little myself. Want to keep that good form.
Alrighty. And begin.
Here we go. Curls to press. On the way up, those arms are tight to your side. like to face this way because I can see you. Everybody's really small, but I can see everyone looks great.
Mhm.
Nice job out there.
And if you want to slow it down on the way down of that overhead press, you really feel your shoulders shake a little.
Oh yeah,
And stop.
nice. Okay, wipe the sweat away. Grab your slider. Last 2 sets of sliders for the day.
Ready. Slider and begin.
You need to shorten that range of motion the second set. That's okay. Slow down your pace.
Morgan's son's loving life right now outside. I love it. Brooks got extra baby as a weight. Love it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Way to make it happen.
Those isometric bicep curls, when we have to hold the baby in those, like, that's real.
That is real.
That's why we do this, right? All right. And begin.
Guys, I have sweat dripping down my back right now. This is no joke. Like, ugh. But I love that feeling you get after you've gotten in some exercise. So good.
Doing good. Great work. We're 30 seconds in. 5, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
And just kick that slider out of the way. Be careful. We're done with you, man. Okay. Grab some water, take a little breather here. We're going to be moving on to our core block. So if you do plan to get down on the floor, I want you to grab your mat, get that ready. If you use a mat, if you'd like to stay upright, whether that be in the chair or standing, let's talk about some options, okay? So our exercises today are the bird dog and that C curve, or we can do those heel taps that Kelsey showed us last week. So for the bird dog, if you do need to stay upright, last week we incorporated this and we did that move kind of, actually I need to do opposite arm and leg from behind the chair if you're holding baby. And then you can go to the other side. We'll do 45 seconds on each side. Then we'll switch to the C curve or that heel tap. So C curve, we're kind of like this. And we're going to slowly roll down, trying to make a C kind of with our spine, then lift back up. Or we can lean back and let's see. How do we do this? We extended with the heel tap and up as one option. And then I think there was another way we could modify that too. Kels, was there another way that you offered for this one?
I think that was, yeah, that was basically the way you could
That
do
was
it,
it.
I
I
think.
might be thinking of like a seated. Is that
I
possible to
think
do
we
in the
did it in
chair?
a chair Friday.
That's
Got
right.
it.
So kind of that lean back in the chair, similar thing. And I can just show that real quick before we start because it's new. Just in case we can kind of extend out. like that, or I know you can't see my heels very well, but I could feel it. You can feel that in that lower core area. So choose what you'd like to do or able to do right now, and we'll get started.
All right, remember to keep those knees pretty far apart so you keep your balance. And begin.
So feel free to alternate. That's going to make this move a little bit easier. Or if you want to stay on the same side for 45, that's fine too. And then we'll switch next round. Try to keep those hip bones pointed down to the ground or towards the front of your room if you're standing. Sometimes as we lift, we sort of twist open to the side. But we're trying not to do that.
30 seconds down.
Almost done. Keep breathing.
And stop.
Great job. So here in between real quick, or if while we're resting for a second, you can think about trying to engage that transverse abdominis, pulling up the string. I forgot this earlier, so I'm throwing it in now. And Kelsey will tell us when it's time to get ready for the other side.
All right, get set for the other side and begin.
As we go into this, though, I'm trying to think about, can I still keep that engaged as I lift up? Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing through it. We're so close to the end. You're doing awesome.
And you can go as slow as you need to on this one. It actually helps with control and core activation if you try to go slow.
I like that message because sometimes we're always rushing. I find myself rushing even when I'm not in a hurry. It's good to have permission to slow it down.
2, 1, stop.
Nice job. Okay, so then we get to move into your choice, C curve or the heel taps. Or you can do a little of both.
All right, and begin.
If you are doing the C curve, think one vertebra at a time on that way back. Elbows are pointed out. Either way you're going about this, just make sure you're breathing, find that rhythm.
Good job. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. We're going to go back to the bird dog. One more time through. And we're ready for cool down.
Saw you all thinking about your hips on that last one, which was good. Trying to get those kind of up and underneath you so your back is neutral and flat. Alrighty, and begin.
Find a pace that works for you.
We're halfway there.
Hmm.
Doing good.
I really appreciate those timing check-ins, Kelsey. Thank you for that. Kind of like, oh, okay, I can do this.
5 and 1. Stop.
Good job. Other side or one more set. You were alternating.
Take a breath. Make sure you're set. And begin.
A little bit of the lift and a stretch. I always thought they were really helpful to me during my pregnancy. I had like lower back pain, especially, after a long day. So helping to strengthen the core, backside.
Mhm.
So good.
Good job. On this one too, think about like reaching towards the wall in front of you and pointing your toe towards the wall behind you. Kind of that length. You want to try to lengthen through your spine. Oh, and stop. We got 48
Stop.
seconds. Sorry about that.
Bonus. Okay. Last core move of the day. Make it a good one.
Okay. Core, last one, and begin.
Breathe.
Twenty seconds in.
I'm wondering if the group is liking the taps or the curves or both. Can't see the screen, so
We have 2 taps, 1 curve.
nice. I thought I'd do one set of each too, myself.
And 45 seconds. Stop.
Yes, we made it. Great job, everyone. Rotate around. Let's go into our child's pose. Great work today. That 45-second didn't even phase you. Really good job. Just breathe here. Okay, one more breath. Flipped up 2 hands and knees. We're going to do the cat-cow. Just start that. Take it at your own pace. Probably get tired of me saying that, but it's important. Let's do one more of each. And then we're going to go into our abductor. So I'm going to reach that foot out. You can rock back and forth. You can kind of hold, feel that stretch. I feel it in my hip flexor and in my inner thigh. And switch as you want. Get both sides a little time here. Good job. A few more seconds. Okay, we're about to move into our 90-90 flow. So that means we've got to swing around onto our bottoms. And then we can drop those knees towards one side, the other. Sometimes day to day, we can feel like we are able to do these stretches better some days and not so great other days, depending on like what else, other activities we've been doing, just how we're feeling that day. Okay, almost done here. And we're going to move into our next stretch. So we can kind of bring our feet like this, or my favorite way personally is this one. Just however you like to do this next stretch. Oh, I do want to tell you that there's another course scheduled starting about March 23rd. So depending on, if when you're due or things like that, it may or may not work out, but I just want to let you know there is a second course. Go ahead and switch if you want. I'll send that link out. Or if you know of anyone who might be interested, please share. It'll be a little bit different time of day. Kind of trying to figure out what the best time is for the most people, which is probably different for everyone, right? All right, let's see, where are we? So, got a couple more seconds if you wanted to. I'm going to switch back to the other side. And let's finish up here. Last few seconds on this stretch. All right. So now we're going to go into our 3 deep breaths to end our session together. So when you're ready, take a big breath in and out. And 2 more. Nice work, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Knocked it out of the park. We'll be back on Friday and we'll do it again, okay?
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.